I focused on being prepared. I saved your life by bringing you here. I knew this day would come. It's not safe out there. Something's coming.
And it was funny because thinking about your interview with us last year, and we talked a little about the studio films that you did when you were doing a lot of horror movies,
Yes.
and now coming back almost like 10 years later to horror. How has your performances changed in doing a film like this now?
I think I'm so much more aware of what I like in a character and what's important to me in a script. And even though I think I had some awareness of that when I started, it's kind of been refined over the years, and now I kind of know what I'm looking for and I know what questions to ask. And I felt like with this film, it was such a great opportunity to play the kind of role that I'm always looking for to play, but in this big genre world.
What was the appeal for you about this character, about playing her in a genre film?
Well, I think I love the way that this is sort of a hybrid of genres. You know, when we're shooting it, and a lot of days it just felt like doing an indie movie. It felt like such a character piece between myself and John Goodman and John Gallagher Jr., who were two of the greatest actors I could ever hope to work with. So to get to do this kind of psychological drama that's just unfolding between the three of us, kind of wondering who each other is and if we can trust one another, to me that just felt like a really cool acting opportunity. And then on top of that, to kind of get to throw in this sort of badass, you know, female action hero element, it was like kind of the best of both worlds for me.
Because it incorporates some real life fears about sexual violence and violence against women. How important was it for her to be seen early on in the film as a fighter?
That was incredibly important for me, and that was something that I loved about the script. I loved the fact that as soon as she's in the situation, she takes about a second to break down and go, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening, and then she sort of regroups immediately and just starts going, how do I figure this out? How do I get out? How do I fight through this? And the entire movie, she's active. I mean, every second she's thinking about her next move, she's thinking about what her next tactic is gonna be. She's never just sort of pitying herself and sitting around and waiting for someone to save her or for someone else to fix the problem. And she doesn't even look for that as an opportunity. It's like there's no time to think about that. Like, how do I make this work? And I love that she didn't have to be weak in the beginning in order to become strong at the end. She really starts out as like a strong, smart, relatable girl.
The bigger themes of the film about fear and how we react, how we respond to it. And you have that great interaction with John Gallagher Jr. about how we react to it and where we do. What are the themes, do you think, that the movie has that go beyond just it's a fun movie?
Right. Well, I think, you know, the tagline is monsters come in many forms, and I think it's such a great way to talk about the movie because it deals with the idea of monsters in so many ways and in so many layers, and I think even on the personal level of just each of us dealing with our own inner monsters and our own inner turmoils and things that we wish we could work on within ourselves. And Michelle's coming into it with a lot of that, a lot of baggage from her past and history, and we get a window into it in a couple conversations, but it's never fully unpacked, and I think that makes her someone that we can all really relate to because we see that she's coming in with some emotional stuff that she's dealing with, but we don't know quite what it is. But we know that we all have that, and we can all relate to this idea of wanting to kind of, I guess, live out our full potential and sort of be the people that we really want to be and not hold ourselves back from that. And I think in this horrible scenario, Michelle gets the chance to really do that.